Welcome, children, to our grammar class. Today we shall talk about kinds of sentences. Let's go into a recap before that. What's a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that make complete sense. Example: some birds sing sweetly in spring. Now, these are a group of words. They are arranged in correct order and they give us complete meaning. Therefore, it is called as a sentence. A sentence always begins with the capital letter and ends with a full stop. Now, this is the punctuation for a sentence. It begins with the capital letter, ends with the full stop. Now, let's see the kinds of sentences. Sentences are of four kinds: declarative, imperative, interrogative, and exclamatory sentences. What's a declarative sentence? A sentence can make a statement. Statement means to tell, like the earth is round. It simply tells us a fact. Owls sleep in the daytime. It's a fact stated. The clock struck 12. It tells about a fact. December is the last month of the year. So, a sentence that states or declares or asserts all means to tell something is called as a declarative sentence or assertive sentence or statement. And every declarative sentence begins with the capital letter and ends with the full stop. Now, this is the punctuation for declarative sentence: begins with capital letter, ends with full stop. Let's see a imperative sentence. A sentence can give a command or an order or make a request, like be quiet, it's an order. Open the door, please, it's a request. Look at the board, it's an order. Don't cross the street, it's an order. Now, sometimes we can change orders into requests by adding please. If we say, please look at the board, it becomes a request. So, an imperative sentence expresses a command or a request. Such a sentence is called as an imperative sentence. Every imperative sentence begins with the capital letter and ends with the full stop. We can see it here. Capital letter ends with the full stop. Now let's go to interrogative sentences. A sentence can ask a question like, who has broken this chair? Now, what are these questions? Sentence with questions, they all begin with WH question words like when, what, where, whom, whose, who, how much. All these are called as WH question words. Or else sometimes they may start with auxiliary verbs like are, have, is, do, was, has. All these are called as verb questions, right? So, who has broken this chair? It's a WH question. What's your name? It's a WH question. Is it raining outside? It is a question but beginning with the verb. Have you seen an elephant? It is a verb question starting with have. So, all sentences that ask a question is called as an interrogative sentence. Every interrogative sentence begins with the capital letter and ends with the question mark. So, that is the punctuation: begins with capital letter, ends with the question mark. Now let's quickly go into the exclamatory sentence. A sentence can express some strong or sudden feeling like, hooray, I've passed the exam. It's a feeling of joy. Wow, that's really a great news. A feeling of surprise. Alas, the fish is dead. A feeling of sorrow. What a pleasant weather. A feeling of joy again. So words like ah, ah, ouch, all these show strong or sudden feeling. Such sentences are called as exclamatory sentence. A sentence that expresses some strong or sudden feeling is called as an exclamatory sentence. Every exclamatory sentence begins with the capital letter and ends with an exclamation mark. I must say one more thing. Sometimes your exclamatory sentence will start with what. You must be very careful. It is not a WH question. Here, the sentence shows a feeling of joy. So, we must be careful while we identify these sentences. I hope you have understood this much, children. I shall see you in the next class. Thank you.